This video is sponsored by Surfshark. It is now October, and you know what that means. It is the spookiest month of the year. It is Halloween month, and one thing that I love to do as the Prince of Darkness, as the ender of alternate universes, as the champion of the Zero Mortal plan, I love to watch scary movies. But it sucks being limited to what you can get as a horror movie regionally. Sometimes you want to watch that exotic type of horror movie, the things that are only allowed in other countries, and that is where today's sponsor comes in. All you need is Surfshark, a VPN that unlocks the 15 largest Netflix country libraries, connecting you to their servers with a click of a button, unlocking all this content on all your platforms, computers, phones, smart TVs, and more, while also securing your data with industry-leading measures by using uncrackable encryption with the most secure VPN protocols, so nobody catches you in 4K. Get Surfshark VPN at the link in the description below and enter promo code BLACKSCAPE for 83% off and 3 extra months for free. Don't wait now to watch Dragon Ball on Netflix. Trust me, it is the superior streaming experience. I recommend it highly. There is a fandom war brewing right now in the Dragon Ball Super space, and this fandom war is all talking about spoilers, and it's talking about Bardock. Now, the spoiler argument is basically that don't judge the entire chapter before spoilers come out. And the Bardock one is a line that happens in the show where people are losing their minds because now Bardock is ruined, Bardock is different, and they didn't like the way that he was portrayed in chapter 77. So let me focus first on the spoiler aspect of it. When I was watching Dragon Ball Super, the TV show, I hated spoilers because I was looking forward to watching the TV show and spoilers would be everywhere. I would have to get off online right before the show came out because the spoilers were too accurate. And they would tell you exactly what happened, and then if I got spoiled one week, I go in there and that's basically what ended up happening. Maybe a few little things here and there would be different, but for the most part, that would be it. And it hasn't changed. That's the same thing with the Dragon Ball Super manga. Spoilers come out, and when they come out, they're more or less what we're going to be getting. Like, things don't really change that much. They're not out of context. There's a little bit added to it, a little bit more fluff, but the ending spoiler usually is the same. The biggest one of these is Vegeta's loss to Granola. Vegeta did lose. He lost actually in what we saw in the spoiler. Then he lost in the next chapter again when he attacked him again. He ended up losing, and then he lost at the very end. He almost died. He almost lost his life at this point. He did lose, and you could always go around and say the context is that he didn't really know how to use Ultra Ego that much or that well, and he even kind of says that. That is true. The ultimate ending is that he still lost. So if you have a problem with Vegeta losing, watching or reading the manga is not going to change your mind on that. So spoilers in that context, they are accurate now. They're almost extremely accurate to this point. People that are covering the spoilers, they are accurate. So if you don't like the spoilers, then you're more than likely not going to like them in the manga, even with further context. Context rarely changes what the spoilers are revealing. It's really accurate. Whether you look into spoilers or not, that's completely on you. Now, this leads me to my second point. People are upset over the line from Vegeta that says that Goku got his good-hearted nature from Bardock, that Goku received this goodness from him from Bardock, or at least there's a link between them. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. That is essentially what Vegeta was saying through his own eyes, through his own context of what was going on from the story that he heard from Monaito. He probably doesn't know much about Bardock, doesn't know anything about Guinea, and so he's just kind of referencing that from the story of Bardock saving Monaito and Granola's mom, attempting to. Everyone's complaining that Bardock is completely different than he was before, and that Bardock is just ruined as far as character goes. And I've done a video about this already where I talked about the old Bardock versus the new one, and how the old one really didn't have much going for him and the new one has a lot going for him, which is why I like the new one better. I'm a family man, he's a family man. I like the portrayal of Bardock and minus in Dragon Ball Super Broly. This gives us so much more context to that I can't see how anybody read the chapter and was like, this is a completely different Bardock. This is, in all intents and purposes, the same Bardock from the Bardock special, but this invasion, this act of mercy from him toward Granola's mom, yeah, that is what changed him. That is where it started to make a difference in his mind that these people, you know, they have families, they have children, we shouldn't be killing them, or at least he's feeling bad about it, and he's trying to save them. That instance is what changed him. That is what it's being set up. He, in my opinion, in all intents and purposes, went into that church to kill Granola, to kill any of the survivors, do his mission. But once he got attacked by the mom, seeing the mom protect Granola, seeing Muesli protect him, and he got fired, he got hit from her and actually got damaged, that was what basically made him think about his own kid, about Guinea, and about what was going on in that scene. That scene alone, that flashback, that changes everything when it comes to Bardock and the way that you see Bardock, because the Bardock that you see in that cutscene, in that flashback, is Dragon Ball Z Bardock. It's that Bardock. You can tell he comes in after working off in space for how long, I don't know, and it's been a very long time because Guinea is upset at him for missing the birth of his child, of his second child, and Bardock's like, oh, is that why you're not pregnant anymore? Like, he's completely uncaring, unmoving, and this brings us to what's going on with him and Raditz. He walked straight inside, Raditz is outside, and we don't get to see a word between them exchange. Nothing. Now, you could say this is because it's not part of the flashback, not part of the story, not relevant, but the way that Bardock is seeing that flashback is he's seeing that flashback from the trigger that is Granola's mom holding on to her son. That is what is making him remember Kakarot, remember Goku, and not Raditz. So the dad that Bardock was to Raditz is basically the Dragon Ball Z Bardock special Bardock. That's the same one. It's that guy. Doesn't really care about his kids, doesn't really care what happens to them. He knows he's, like, Raditz already has the armor, he knows he's gonna go off into some distant planet, and so the last words, the tragic last words that Bardock had with Raditz were no words at all. He didn't talk to him. We didn't see that. That would have been important information. See a little bit of that tenderness from Bardock, where he walked in, maybe like rub or scruff up Raditz's hair or something. We don't get to see that. He goes straight in there and realizes that Guinea is not pregnant anymore, and sees the kid and names the kid. That's basically it. And sees how much Guinea loves Goku, loves Kakarot, and so that's basically it. So he doesn't really change at that point. He's just basically a regular Saiyan, and we get to see in minus in Dragon Ball Super Broly, Raditz is already gone. Raditz is off in conquering other planets, so we didn't get to see no words exchange between Raditz and Bardock, like, at all, and we don't get to see them here either. If they were important, if there was words exchanged, we would have seen them. No, Bardock comes back from his mission on planet Cereal, and he is completely different now. He has changed. I would say that Muesli changed him, Granola changed him, and his fight, which I'm assuming he's going to have a fight with Gas here in a little bit, that fight changed him. Everything changed him on this planet, where he goes back to planet Vegeta, and even Guinea remarks on the fact that he is changed. It's not like a Saiyan man to care about his kids. Guinea says that to him because it's true. It is 100% true. And that means that Bardock was acting that way toward Raditz, and he has changed his direction to acting a little bit different toward Goku, wanting to save Goku. That is the difference. Bardock changed because of Muesli and Granola. He changed into the Bardock we saw in DBS Broly. Before that, he was as close as possible to the Bardock we saw in the Bardock special. Those are my thoughts on that. And everyone complaining that Bardock has changed, yeah, he changed in that chapter. He changed after he saw Muesli protecting her kid. This instinct to help is something that's new to him. It just happened. It's the first time that it's ever happened, and it's something that Goku always had. But because Bardock's upbringing, he never had it, and now he does. That's basically it. Great story. Honestly, that chapter 77 was one of the best chapters they've had so far, and I'm hoping they keep that energy for the rest of the chapters, honestly, because Dragon Ball Super has a long way to go. Dragon Ball Super's manga has a long way to go before I deem that manga revived and alive again, the rebirth of the Dragon Ball Super manga. Let me know what your thoughts are on this whole situation. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.